Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the Coaxium Cantina. I'm Benjamin,
And I'm Aiden.
and in today's episode, we are going to be covering potential of Ezra Bridger in live action. Now, there have been rumours around Ezra Bridger in live action for quite a while, but recently, a place called Kessel Run Transmissions has apparently dropped exclusive news reporting that Aladdin star, again, names pronunciation, if I get this wrong, I do apologise, Mina Masood will be playing Ezra Bridger in live action in the Ahsoka Show. Or it's assumed that it's in the Ahsoka Show, because that's when it would make sense and when it seems right.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, being the topic of conversation, I have looked up that Ezra Bridger would be 28 years old in the time of The Mandalorian, which is when the Ahsoka Show has taken place.
Right.
So 28, 29 years old, somewhere around there. So, well, what do you think? We'll start with, I don't think you've seen Aladdin, have you?
No.
I've seen Aladdin, and it was meh. I mean, I enjoyed Will Smith in it. That's not really relevant, but there you go.
Right.
I guess he was alright, yeah. Yeah. I don't have any problems. Didn't have any problems with him.
Right. Well,
But, yeah.
I'm going to get the elephant out of the room here. I personally dislike Ezra quite a lot.
Well, we're about to move on to that.
Yeah. But, I mean, as you said, he would be in the Ahsoka show. It does kind of continue on from Rebels, and I suppose whilst I haven't properly watched Rebels, I am happy to see that they're tying up stories, because I think the whole end of Rebels thing was a big what happened to Ezra, and no one really got that end, so the fact that we're getting that story in live action is going to be really cool.
Yeah. But in terms of the actor, I don't have a problem with the actor, or, well, I don't know why I would have a problem with the actor.
Yeah.
I guess because there's such an age difference from when we saw him last, it doesn't really matter. Like, technically, he could look like whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. But it's just the actual character that the problem may become evident.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ahsoka wears Grand Admiral Thrawn. And there's obviously the rumours of who's playing Admiral Thrawn. And with Admiral Thrawn comes Ezra Bridger.
Yeah.
And if Admiral Thrawn escapes, it's probably likely that Ezra Bridger escaped.
Yeah.
Actually, it's probably definite that Ezra Bridger escaped. So
yeah. Well, that's why Ahsoka's doing everything.
Yeah. If it didn't include Ezra, it would be a bit weird. So, in that case, I am happy. But in fairness, I feel like Ezra did improve towards the end. Towards season, I think there's 4 seasons of Rebels, isn't there? I can't remember. But I think it was in the 4th season that Ezra kind of did really improve. And, I mean, season 1 Ezra was just, so annoying.
Yeah, no, I was...
Season 2 Ezra was also very annoying. And, to be fair, as long as Zeb and Chopper aren't in it, I feel like there's potential for Ezra.
Yeah, I just personally wish, like, Kanan was in it somehow, because I personally love Kanan.
For Force Ghost Kanan.
True.
So because he was there in the Rise of Skywalker, well, not as a Force Ghost, but
as a Force voice.
as a voice. So
Yes, because why would we need Force Ghosts?
no, who actually wanted Force Ghosts anyway?
Everyone. Anywho, I think this could be really good because it's going to kind of give us that unexplored thing of those hyperspace whales or whatever they were. I really desperately need to watch Rebels. And I think it's also cool because there was a large element of the world between worlds with regards to Ezra and Ahsoka. So I feel like if he joins the Ahsoka show, we're going to get a lot more of that explanation. And I think I might be going like completely mental, but I swear the art style for the Ahsoka show is very World Between Worldsy. I think I'm going mad because I haven't seen the art style in a while.
I know what you mean. The logo for the Ahsoka show is very, very World Between Worldsy, as you perfectly described it.
Yeah, so I personally thank you there, my co-host. I think that would be brilliant if we got a live action exploration of that with two characters who've essentially had Ezra's only had the one show, but we just get a bit more development.
I mean, I remember when we were talking about the Ahsoka show, we did have problems that I think we brushed upon at Ezra Bridger, and we said that if it's an Ahsoka show, it's got to be an Ahsoka show and not an Ezra Bridger show.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my only issue with it. And again, I did say this in the Ahsoka episode, but I feel like this could lead on to, like what they did with The Mandalorian. They've taken characters from The Mandalorian, given them another show, and it's just going to be like a massive tree branch of everything. So, Mandalorian's Ahsoka was in The Mandalorian, Ahsoka gets a show, then Ezra's going to be in Ahsoka, Ezra gets a show, Thrawn's going to be in, this is just an example, that Thrawn's going to be in the Ahsoka series, Thrawn's going to get a show, and then obviously you have all the other characters from season 3 when Mandalorian comes out, and all those will get a show, and season 4 and all those will get a show, so it's going to be in like a massive place of just...
At least we're not short on content. Let's just say that.
I think Lucasfilm are definitely focusing on the period between episodes 6 and 7.
Yeah.
For now, that's a brilliant place to be because you got so much happening there that nobody really knows. Because obviously that period has never been covered before in Legends because episode 7 didn't exist.
Yeah.
I mean, like, after episode 6 exists in Legends, but between episode 6 and 7 didn't exist. So you've got kind of like a free space that you can do whatever you want with. And the way that they've brought back Ahsoka, they've now got Ezra, you've got the possibility of Luke Skywalker now, who is a more major hero, obviously a more major hero than both of those.
Yeah.
Or a more major character as well than both of those. Then you got Thrawn. You got Iden Versio from Battlefront 2 as well.
Oh, wait, was that meant to be in the Ahsoka show?
No. I'm just saying that.
Oh, with regards to
where how many shows they could do between episode 6 and 7. Well, you did have Gina Carano, but whether you do now or not is probably up to debate.
It's a touchy subject.
Not Gina Carano, that's the actor. You do have Cara Dune.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gina Carano is not coming back, but Cara Dune might. Probably not, but she might. So yeah, you've got a lot of space to go between episode 6 and 7, and that's not just the main story of... Because I feel like... That's the thing, I feel like the main story that they need to tell, they're not telling.
Yeah.
Like, Luke Skywalker is the main thing they need to tell for the actual movies to make sense. But I don't know why they're not like, judging about how poorly received the sequel trilogy was, we'll say it like that.
Clever words.
Surely you would want to try and make that a bit better. Like, surely you would want to tell the story of Luke Skywalker and explain why they did it like that instead of like this, you know. I mean, we'll have another discussion on this about Luke Skywalker and whether an all-powerful Luke Skywalker would be better than what we got. But there needs to be some story. Like, they've introduced Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian, and as long as they don't, you know, deep fake poorly / CGI poorly him in again, then the Luke Skywalker show could be good. And once Sebastian Stan is done with the Winter Soldier, you know,
he does share his likeliness. But I think the big thing is with regards to cameos in shows and dedicated shows is there is something as there is too much of it. There is the possibility of too much of a good thing. Like with regards to The Mandalorian, I've said this before, we had him meet Ahsoka, which was mad. We had him meet Bo-Katan, which was quite a big thing. And then we had him meet Luke Skywalker, and he is meant to be like a lone Mandalorian, so he got to meet some pretty, like, substantial characters, and it was done so well that we obviously loved it. But if we got him meeting, I don't know, like Luke Skywalker again or something like that, it might feel... We'll see it as we're getting so much of a good thing, we're just like, right, at this point it's a bit fan servicey.
Yeah.
So
I think that's the clever thing they've done. They've added like one character for one episode that they're planning on expanding.
Yeah.
But they haven't told that story in Mando. They've told it. They're going to tell it in another show.
Yeah, and I think with regards to the Ahsoka show, they could either do very well with this or not. They have to play it really carefully, because if it is centered around the World Between Worlds, that entire thing is essentially the main crossover point of Star Wars. You can literally access any point in time.
Yeah.
And you could take any character, or you could make any episode about a random character, because they could go there whenever they wanted.
I mean, they could, right? If they wanted to be like that, Disney, you know, if they want to be like Disney, they could get the World Between Worlds and then take Darth Vader out. So then Darth Vader is the next villain, but because Darth Vader sells a lot of toys and Darth Vader is the most iconic thing ever, they could take Darth Vader out of the World Between Worlds and put him in another thing.
Yeah.
Just to, you know, expand it.
You could essentially...
a bit like Loki. It's a bit like Loki in Avengers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about Loki. I'm pleased that he's getting the show. Like, obviously I am. If Darth Vader got a show, I would obviously be so happy.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that you know, Loki's time was up.
Yeah.
Loki was dead, and that's the risk that, again, the rise of Skywalker, with the fact that there's no real sacrifices.
Yeah. I think I doubt they do this, because, I mean, well, I'd pray that they're clever enough not to do this, is almost like the bloody Lego holiday special. I'm worried that you could open up the World Between Worlds, and do you remember when Palpatine sent like his blue fire through it? That showed that he could easily walk out, So I have this absolutely stupid vision of something like they're looking at, I don't know, Kylo Ren fighting Rey on Starkiller Base. Kylo Ren jumps through it, and then, I don't know, they end up on Mustafar. Like, you could have this really, really stupid kind of, like, characters going between, like, timelines for the sake of it.
I mean, the World Between Worlds. This has got into a very World Between Worlds episode.
Yeah, well, we always go off track, to be fair.
Yeah, which I guess we'll do again at some point.
Probably.
But the World Between Worlds could go, like, they could take elements of the sequel trilogy, good bits, and then kind of play it off like, yeah, this is what we meant to do with the sequel trilogy. This is what we always meant to do. Like, take Kylo Ren out here, and then put him back here, and oh, look, in between The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, this is how he changed.
Yeah.
And you could take Rey out and be like, okay, so we've got The Force Awakens here, and The Last Jedi there. Well, technically, Rey's been on this massive journey in between, and that's always what we're meant to do. I don't know whether that would make her character better, or whether it would piss off people more. I honestly don't know. But I guess that's a discussion for another time. Back to Ezra Bridger and the possibility of him being in live action is, I guess it's the same argument with Ahsoka that we had. He comes from a kids' TV show.
Yeah.
Alright, The Clone Wars is less of a kids' TV show than Rebels, because Rebels was a very kids' TV show.
Yeah.
Is he just going to be a kiddie character?
I mean, it depends what topics they cover with him, really, because, I mean, Ezra did have that whole pull to the dark side thing.
Yeah.
So technically he has shown dark themes in Rebels before, so doing that in live action wouldn't exactly be out of character for him. I'd probably say he's not the hardest person to do it with, because, well, he has that kind of backstory of doing dark side things, so I think they could make him not kid-friendly, or not kid-friendly, but make him enjoyable for all ages.
Or, you saying that just made me think, what if the next trilogy wasn't the Jedi versus the Sith, but it was like not a grey Jedi, but you know how like Ahsoka and Ezra are Jedi, but they don't go with the rules of the Jedi.
Well, I'd probably say Ahsoka's more of a grey Jedi than Ezra. I think Ezra reverted back to Kanan's teachings in the end, so I'd say Ezra's probably still more of a Jedi and Ahsoka's more grey Jedi, because she actually chose to do that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think where I either read it or saw it or heard it somewhere. But it's like a concept of you do the good thing no matter what it takes.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, whereas the Jedi would be like, okay, I can't do that because it might be the good thing to do, but it's against the Jedi way. Trying to think of an example off the top of my head, but I can't. Like
Saving
it might
a pregnant woman.
No, come on. But it might be something like, in order to save a whole group of people, you got to kill this innocent person.
Yeah.
Well, the Jedi way says that you can't kill that innocent person, so you leave that if you're a Jedi. Yeah. Whereas Ahsoka and Ezra, if they write him like this in the show, they could be like, okay, we're going to kill that guy, even though it might look like a not very Jedi-esque thing to do. If you weigh up the consequences, then it's the right thing that we think.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I would like to see more of Rey. Now, that's not something you would hear often from me, but I feel like there is something there that if they tied with Ahsoka, Ezra, and Rey, it could, and Finn, it could be something. I feel like that could be a very entertaining watch.
Yeah, but at the same time, with regards to a topic like that, I don't want it to be the case where those sequel people suddenly get better because of their involvement with these other characters. I know Mando kind of got a bit more hyped because of his affiliation, but I kind of want these characters to grow off of their own back.
I just feel like it's an easy way to fix the characters of the sequel trilogy. Just to have like maybe one or two of them show up show up with a classic character, because then you can think, oh, Rey met Ahsoka, that's pretty cool. And then next time you're watching, I don't know, The Last Jedi or The Rise of Skywalker, you think, oh, maybe she learned that from Ahsoka, or maybe she learned that from Ezra. Oh no, because Ahsoka's dead. Oh yeah, no, Ahsoka's dead in The Rise of Skywalker. So
well,
yeah,
that...
I don't think Ezra is though.
I doubt he would be, unless he somehow dies in the Ahsoka show, which they still technically haven't dabbled with a proper death in a TV show yet.
Ezra is the same age as Luke, so how old would Luke be in The Rise of Skywalker? Who knows?
How old was he in Last Jedi?
God knows. Let me have a look.
We should hire a research team.
We should. Luke Skywalker was 53 in the Last Jedi.
And how many years after was The Rise of Skywalker?
1.
Well.
So, 54 isn't that old.
No.
They could still get away with Ezra in post-Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
So actually, Rey wasn't a good Jedi because Ezra was there as well. So.
Yeah, unless he dies. To be fair, that could set up for a decent TV show. Like Ezra, you said, if Rey and Finn, I want Finn flushed out.
And Finn. Yeah, Finn needs to be a Jedi.
Screw it. I would take a Finn show straight away. If it was just solely focused on Finn, I would absolutely love that.
Like Rey training Finn after The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. What are you playing at?
It was something that needed to be done.
It was.
And the green lightsaber concept art, it looks so good.
Oh yeah, Finn needs to have a green lightsaber. I don't know why green lightsabers are hated so much with Disney.
They are amazing. They are so amazing.
Yeah. Anyway, Ezra Bridger. Any final thoughts on Ezra Bridger in live action?
I'm happy with the decision, but I hope it's not a one-off. But I hope he doesn't become a gigantic part of it. Like, I know it's obviously her goal is to search for him and make sure he's okay and everything, but I think with regards to Rebels, we kind of got his story in that, and I think that this is another opportunity to explore, the world between worlds, something we know very little about, and it's seemingly a very important thing.
I mean, one last point on World Between Worlds. I feel like it's such a massive thing that's just everybody forgets about.
Yeah.
Like, it's a massive thing. Like, it's basically time travel in Star Wars universe.
It is wildly underrated.
It could be used for anything, and it's just forgotten about. So I feel like there's got to be something going on there because, I mean, it's too big not to do anything with.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So, leave your thoughts on Ezra Bridger in live action and any other thoughts that you have about where it could lead. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. That should have been the other way around, but hey, goodbye.
Bye, guys.